Good afternoon, students. We shall be having our usual class this afternoon on technical drawing. I am still your technical drawing teacher, Mr. Albert Awolime. This afternoon, we'll be looking at your with 3 work, that is third angle orthographic projection. I come again, third angle orthographic projection. You will recall that last week we talked about the first angle orthographic projection, and I told you we have 2 angles of projection. We do not have the second angle. We use the third angle and the first angle. These are the 2 angles of projection in orthographic drawing. Why we want to go further, as usual with us, or as we normally do, let us share together the objectives for this lesson. That is what we intend to achieve in course of this lesson, or at the end of this lesson, talking about the learning objectives. We will share together the objectives. That is, at the end of this lesson, you should be able to define third angle projection. You should be able to identify the symbols of orthographic projection. We have talked about the first angle. We also need to look at the symbols used for third angle, even the first angle. There are 2 symbols. We are covering the 2 angles of projection today. Then lastly, you should be able to draw a given block in third angle orthographic projection. Then let us look at what the content is. Third angle or orthographic third angle projection. It is a process of drawing an object by means of flat views. When we say flat, that is the top. Flat, what you see from the top, I have discussed that with you last week, talking about the front view, which could be from here or from here. Then talking about the side or end views or elevations. In third angle projection, we still have the front view. It is obtained by looking at the object in the direction of arrow A. The example I gave to you last week was for an object drawn in first angle projection orthographic. Today, that same object, we are going to use the third angle projection. After that, I will give you another example of another block drawn in orthographic for you to know the difference between the projection or angles of projection. The same way RA gives us the direction of the front view, or the direction of RA indicates the front elevation. We also have here. Then the plan also, just like in case of the first angle projection, the plan is what you see where you look vertically downward. That is the plan. In the direction, in this case, arrow B. Your front view, the arrow could be arrow F, arrow J, as the case may be, as the instructor or the examiner wants it to be in your drawing. Then the end view, you know, it is obtained by looking in the direction of a given arrow. It could be called D or C. You understand what I mean by that. We treated this in our last work. Then hidden details show short dashes. Don't just, by the time you want to make it bold, then you use the bold line or the thick line. We'll look at the steps that are involved. These are, before that, we need to see these symbols. I've talked about the symbol. These are projection symbols. This is for the first angle projection. This comes before this. Then the reverse is the case of the third angle projection. This comes before this. That is the case of the third angle projection. We look at what we need to do, that is the steps involved in drawing third angle orthographic projection. Like we did the other time, you divide the paper. The paper is being divided into 4 quadrants. We know how to do this. This is the middle of the paper. Then you have here, have CM to this side, have CM to this side. We discussed this last week. Then You have CM to this side, have CM to this side, have CM to this side. You also come to this side, have CM to this side, have CM to this side, have CM to this side, they have CM to this side. You draw light lines to cover the thick one at the vertical and at the horizontal one. That is stage one, like we did last week. You should understand what I mean by this. Dividing the paper into quadrant or paper divided. After that, this is the object or the block that we want to draw. So that you know, say, after dividing the paper, what are we drawing? This is the block that we want to draw in third angle orthographic projection. This paper or this object is having the plan this way. This is the plan, this is the plan, this is the plan, this is the plan, and this is the plan. There is another plan aside here, which is this place. Two plans are there. The plan at the top and the other one there, you join them together. In this divided paper, if we're drawing first angle, we should have put the front view, which is the direction of this RA, as the first one. But now we're going to draw the plan. Then below it, we'll now have the front view. That is the first one of the differences rather. That is, the plan is drawn here. Not front elevation, but the plan. This is the plan. And what you have here as the plan, this is the first plan. Stop here, follow here, stop here. This is the first plan. Moving here, moving here, moving here, moving here, then going up here, moving here, and moving here. The second plan is this small rectangle that you are seeing here, that small block that completes the plan. That is this second one after the top one here. That is the second plan. The plan is being drawn. Then we'll now go to the front view under or front elevation under the plan. This is the front elevation now drawn under the plan because we are dealing with third angle projection. This is the front elevation. That is what we have. The first front elevation here. The first one. This is the first one. Then the smaller one also. This is a smaller rectangle that joins it. That is this front elevation, this particular place, and then this particular place. We've seen them. Just as in the case of first angle projection, the plan remains plan, the end views remain in the end view. These are the three parts that make up and then the front elevation. These are three parts that make up the isometric object. You just need to dismantle them. That's what we're doing in orthographic projection. But what comes first, what follows, and then what comes last out of these three parts, that is the difference between the first angle projection and this third angle projection. We need to look at what we are discussing. This is the front elevation below or beneath the plan. That is what you see in the direction of RA. That is the front elevation here. This is the front elevation. The next thing is to have angle 45 degrees. 45 degrees angle is this line that is drawn up at the line. In first angle projection we did, the line was drawn here, from here, taken down on this quadrant. But in this case, it is taken up here. That is another difference we are going to look at. This line is drawn up here. The one we took down, we projected lines up. Then, because the front elevation was on the top, those lines went to produce the end elevation. But now we projected line up, took the line up, we are going to project them down. And then, because the front elevation is down, the end elevation is going to be done or drawn at the down. That is the side of the front elevation. So in either case, the end elevation is at the side of the front elevation, whether in the first angle projection or the third angle projection. After projecting the line or after drawing the 45 degrees line or the line at 45 degrees. You project the lines down. Lines projected down. That is what you are saying here. These are the lines projected down, projected down, projected down. These are the lines projected down. After having this, after projecting these lines down, what next you need to do is to get your end elevation here at this particular portion. With this one that is drawn to this side, and then with these two that are drawn here, that gives you the end elevation. This is the end elevation at the side of the front elevation. This is the front elevation. This is the plan, the front elevation, and then the end elevation is produced here. End elevation drawn. That's the last thing you have. This is the end elevation. So remember, whenever you are doing drawing, light lines are used where light lines should be used, or faint lines. Where you need the thick or bold lines, you use the thick or bold lines. Then before we leave, I will still need to advise you, whenever you're watching my video like this on drawings, have your instrument down. When you take stage one, as I've done, you pause your video, do what you have on stage one. You see whether you've gotten it. You move to stage two and watch, then you do it. You move to stage three and watch, then you do it. You are the one with your phone or your laptop. You pause and do what you have already observed or watched. You do it practically with your instrument till you get to the last stage. You now see that you have gotten it right. If you want to read everything or watch everything before you start, you might be watching the video and be doing, you come back again and be playing the video again. And you might feel, I've gotten everything, I've watched the video. You may have problems why you do not follow up with your instrument. Remember, this is not just a theoretical work. It is what you should lay your hands on. Let us look at another example. It is still a block, but a separate example, but a block drawn in isometric to be drawn in third angle orthographic projection. We will look at a block now. That is another example I have for you this afternoon. You just watch and see. This is a block. This is orthographic third angle projection. It's a block to be drawn. It's a block to be drawn in third angle projection. Just be watching and you'll be seeing. Be watching and be seeing. These are two objects or two blocks. Just that one faces this side, one faces this side. It's going to name them the front. That front means the front elevation. The one he calls the front is the front elevation. This side also is the front elevation. There's a front elevation here. This is the front elevation here. This is a plan. This is a plan. This end view. This end view. This end view. This end view. This is a plan. This is a plan. This front view. These are the parts of that particular block, isometric block that you want to draw. Then the lines, the paper will be divided. The paper is already divided there. You've seen the paper as they are being divided. This is the divided paper. As we used to have it, this is the horizontal line, this is the vertical line. Though the person drawing here didn't take time to do the design I do on the paper, that is the front view. That is this side is drawn now. That is this side. Here, 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 and here. That's what he has drawn for the left side. That is front view. The front view, remember, is drawn below the plan in third angle. So what we go up now is the plan. That is what we go up. On top of the front view is the plan. The front view is drawn at below or beneath the plan. That's what they do. Then we see this is the top. The top is here. That is the plan is called the top. That's what should be there at the plan. Just be watching. That is the side of it. That is the top. That is the plan. You remember from what you have seen, I have told you that this end elevation, which is a side elevation, is always being placed at the side of the front elevation in third and first angle projection. But if it were to be first angle projection, this side or end elevation will come here, and then the front view or elevation will move up. But now the top is here, that is the plan. The front view is below because it's third angle projection. The line 45, the difference between what he has done and what I've gone in detail to do, the video here, they don't give you that angle 45, how you project it from here up and then project the lines down to get this. It's not just been put, but he has drawn the side view at the side of the front view. That is the third angle projection. This is the top, the plans. These are the plan here, the plan 1 and 2, and then this is the third one that is being drawn here. Then this is the front elevation that is being drawn here. Then the end elevation, the end elevation here, the end elevation that is being drawn here. So this is the plan. This is the front elevation. Then the side elevation is drawn down. That is for the third angle projection orthography. He has given you the 3 parts. That is the plan top, front elevation down. This is the front elevation for both sides. This is the front elevation. For this other one, this is the front elevation. So whether it is drawn, the object is turned this way or turned this way, you both have gotten the front elevation down below the plan. Then the plan is at the top, remember, in third angle projection. So we have a little recap of what we have discussed. I've told you that the third angle projection has some differences between the first angle projection and the third angle projection. In third angle projection, though the 3 parts, the front elevation, the plan, that is the top, and then the end elevation, that's the side view, they are still the same properties or parts of that isometric block that should be drawn. But in third angle projection, the plan or the top comes first. Below or below it, you now have the front elevation. And we have said that outside that, a line is projected up, that is at angle of 45 degrees. Then the line is taken down. Instead of being projected down and then taken up in case of first angle projection, but the line is drawn after measuring 45 degrees, the line is taken up, then brought down, projected down to now produce the end or side elevation. That's for the third angle orthographic projection. Please, I've advised you for your assignment, check your portal, and whenever you are watching the video, always pause to do the practical so that you will not forget. I believe we are still safe wherever we are. Till you watch my next video, remain blessed and bye for now. Thank you very much.